Most people don't lose because they're wrong. They lose because they feel the need to prove they're right. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you seen someone argue, explain, defend themselves, and still walk away with nothing? No respect, no opportunity, no real result. Here's the truth most people avoid. The moment you start arguing, you've already lost. A few years ago, two colleagues were competing for the same promotion, same office, same boss, same opportunity. One of them, Daniel, was sharp, confident, and outspoken. In every meeting, he challenged ideas, corrected people mid-sentence, and made sure everyone knew when he was right. And to be fair, most of the time, he actually was. The other, Marcus, was the complete opposite. Quiet, observant, almost invisible during discussions. When Daniel argued, Marcus listened. When Daniel proved people wrong, Marcus let them talk. And when mistakes happened, Marcus didn't point fingers, he fixed them. Weeks passed, and the tension built. The decision day finally came. Daniel walked in convinced the promotion was his. After all, he had the better ideas, the stronger arguments, the louder presence. But the promotion didn't go to Daniel. It went to Marcus, and no one argued with that decision. Because while Daniel was busy winning arguments, Marcus was busy winning trust. And in the real world, trust beats arguments every single time. There's a powerful idea from the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene that explains this perfectly. Win through your actions, never through argument. It sounds simple, almost obvious, but very few people actually live by it. Because arguing feels natural. It feels like strength, like control, like dominance. But in reality, it does the opposite. When you argue, you trigger ego, not logic. The other person stops listening and starts defending. Even if you are completely right, they will resist you, not because your point is weak, but because their pride is now involved. No one likes to feel defeated, especially in front of others. Actions work differently. Actions don't attack ego, they bypass it. They show instead of telling, prove instead of forcing, and create results that cannot be ignored. That's why Marcus didn't need to argue. His work spoke, his consistency spoke, his results spoke, and when the time came, no words were needed. Now think about your own life. At work, people try to prove themselves by talking more, explaining more, defending more. But the ones who rise are rarely the loudest. They are the ones who deliver. They solve problems quietly, make others look good, and build a reputation through results. When your work is undeniable, you don't need to convince anyone. The room already knows. In relationships, this becomes even more powerful. Arguments don't build connection, they destroy it. You try to prove a point, the other person pushes back, emotions rise, and suddenly it's no longer about the issue, it's about winning. But winning an argument in a relationship often means losing something far more valuable. Instead of arguing, respond with action. Instead of saying you care, show it. Instead of defending yourself endlessly, change what needs to be changed. People remember what you do far more than what you say. On a personal level, this law changes everything. You don't need to announce your goals or explain your plans to everyone. You don't need to convince people of your potential. Just move quietly, consistently, relentlessly. Let them doubt you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them talk. And then, when the time comes, let your results answer everything. But there is a darker side to this. Silence and action can be used as tools of manipulation. Some people avoid arguments not out of wisdom, but to control situations behind the scenes. They act strategically, sometimes deceptively, and that can create mistrust. Also, there are moments when speaking up matters, moments when silence costs you respect, when action alone is not enough. So the real power is not in never arguing, it is in knowing when not to. It is in choosing your battles wisely and understanding that not every situation deserves your energy. Sometimes the smartest move is to step back and let time, results, and reality speak for you. At the end of the day, anyone can argue. Anyone can raise their voice and try to prove a point. But very few people have the discipline to stay silent, focus on results, and let their actions speak so loudly that arguments become irrelevant. That is real power, quiet, controlled, and undeniable. So the next time you feel the urge to argue, defend, or prove yourself, pause for a moment and ask yourself one question. Can I prove this through action instead? Because if the answer is yes, then you have already won. If this made you think differently, make sure you like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more content like this. And drop a comment below. Do you think actions always beat words, or are there times when speaking up is necessary? Let me know what you think, and tell me what topic you want to see next.